I believe that one of the most pressing issues that is taking place not only in our country but in our world is global warming. It affects everyone, and we all need to band together so that our planet can be healthier and we can all live healthier and happier lives. These are some steps that we can all take in order to work towards having a healthier planet. The first thing we need to do is speak up and let our voices be heard. We can do this by talking to others around us and also sharing things on social media and using the platforms in a positive way to spread positive messages. Next, we can power our homes with renewable energy. We can choose a utility company that generates at least half its power from wind or solar and has been certified by Green E Energy, an organization that vets renewable energy options. If that isn't possible for you, take a look at your electric bill. Many utilities now list other ways to support renewable sources on their monthly statements and websites. Building, heating, and cooling are amongst the biggest uses of energy. Indeed, heating and air conditioning account for almost half of home energy use. You can make your space more energy efficient by sealing drafts and ensuring it's adequately insulated. You can also claim federal tax credits for many energy efficient home improvements. Making investments in energy efficient appliances is also very important. Since they were first implemented nationally in 1987, efficiency standards for dozens of appliances and products have kept over 2 billion tons of carbon dioxide out of the air. That's about the same amount as the annual carbon pollution coughed up by nearly 440 million cars. When shopping for refrigerators, washing machines, and other appliances, look for the Energy Star label. It will tell you which are the most efficient. Reducing water waste is also very important. Saving water reduces carbon pollution too. That's because it takes a lot of energy to pump, heat, and treat your water. So take shorter showers, turn off the tap while brushing your teeth, and switch to WaterSense labeled fixtures and appliances. The EPA estimates that if just 1 out of every 100 American homes were retrofitted with water-efficient fixtures, about 100 million kilowatt hours of electricity per year would be saved, avoiding 80,000 tons of global warming pollution. Also, eating the food that we buy and not throwing it away is very important, even though it doesn't seem like it in the grand scheme of things. Approximately 10% of U.S. energy use goes into growing, processing, packaging, and shipping food, about 40% of which just winds up in the landfill. If you're wasting less food, you're likely cutting down on energy consumption. And since livestock products are amongst the most resource intensive to produce, eating meat-free meals can make a big difference too. Buy better light bulbs. LED light bulbs use up to 80% less energy than conventional incandescents. They're also cheaper in the long run. A 10-watt LED that replaces your traditional 60-watt bulb will save you $125 over the light bulb's life. This also may not seem like a lot, but the key thing is to realize how many you would use during your lifetime, and it adds up over time. Taken together, the outlets in your home are likely powering about 65 different devices, an average load for a home in the United States. Audio and video devices, cordless vacuums and power tools, and other electronics use energy even when they're not charging. The idle load across all U.S. households adds up to the output of 50 large power plants in the U.S., so don't leave fully charged devices plugged into your home's outlets. Unplug rarely used devices or plug them into power strips and timers, and adjust your computers and monitors to automatically power down to the lowest power mode when not in use. Drive a fuel-efficient vehicle. Gas smart cars such as hybrids and fully electric vehicles save fuel and money, and once all cars and light trucks meet 2025's Clean Car Standards, which means averaging 54.5 miles per gallon, they'll be a mainstay. For good reason. Relative to a national fleet of vehicles that averaged only 28.3 miles per gallon in 2011, Americans will spend $80 billion less at the pump each year and cut their automotive emissions by half. Before you buy a new set of wheels, compare fuel economy performance. If all Americans kept their tires properly inflated, we could save 1.2 billion gallons of gas each year. A simple tune-up can boost miles per gallon anywhere from 4% to 40%, and a new air filter can get you a 10% boost. Choosing to live in walkable, smart growth cities and towns with quality public transportation leads to less driving, less money spent on fuel, and less pollution in the air. Less frequent flying can make a big difference too. Air transport is a major source of climate pollution. If you can take a train instead, do that. You can offset the carbon you produce by purchasing carbon offsets, which represent clean power that you can add to the nation's energy grid in place of power from fossil fuels. But not all carbon offset companies are alike. Do your research to find the best supplier. Most of these things are very small changes in the individual, but once they all add up and you're looking at everyone across the entire country, it would really shock most people, like the impact they can have. And when it comes to saving our planet, I think it's very important for us to all do our part, because we all want to be healthy, live as long as possible, and prepare a healthy environment for the future generations to come. And I believe if we don't start soon, then it may be too late. So these steps are very crucial, and I encourage all of you to follow these in order to reduce global warming and create a happier and healthier Earth.